Now, I don't care what secondary school you went to, right? If you went to a decent secondary school, you always had that one trip, either to somewhere in France or somewhere in Spain, right? I had both of those trips. I went on both. But some events, some stuff, some shit went down on one of these trips. We went to Barcelona when I was in year 9. So I was about 14, and when this trip got announced, everybody got hyped, including me. Like, literally, kids who didn't have money for these trips, they found money from somewhere. Like, you just had to go on one of these trips. You knew stuff was gonna go down. You're away from your parents. You can act a little bit reckless, as long as it's not too reckless, because obviously teachers will pull you up about it. But everybody got hyped for these trips, and I was like, yes, I'm going to Spain, finally, this is my chance. I've been preparing 2 years for this, because I was in year 9, so I've only had 2 years of Spanish experience. But I was like, I know what I need to know. I know my basic sentences. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Dónde está el cuarto de baño? What else? ¿Cómo se dice? Una cerveza, por favor. Because everybody knew that. Even if you didn't drink, you knew how to say, give me one beer in Spanish. So man, like, that's everybody's go-to phrase. And we went on this trip, and it was a good trip overall, but a couple things happened. Just a couple, right? We were staying near the beach. So one day, we walked down, we had to walk through the town center down to the beach, right? And as we're walking back up, one of the guys I'm in a room with, he sees a Spanish girl. And just whenever you're on these trips and the guys on these trips see a girl, just the only requirement is being in a foreign country, but the reaction is completely different. Like, heads just turns. No matter how old you are, you're just like, girl, damn. And a lot of guys just gawk, but my friend decided, oh, he's gonna talk to the girl. So he's like, AREN, how do you say what's your name in Spanish? And I'm like, it's ¿Cómo te llamas? And so he shouts to this girl, he's like, yo, ¿Cómo te llamas? And she shouts back like, me llamo Crystal or something like that. I don't really remember her name, this was years ago. But he then realizes that he has no more Spanish to use on this girl. So he turns to me and he's like, AREN, translate for me. And I'm like, look, I'm not gonna do all your legwork for you. If you want to talk to her, Google Translate is here, G. If you wanted to talk Spanish girls, you should have brought your phrase book, B. But you didn't. You messed up. Be prepared. What's DJ Khaled? Be ready. Be ready. So he realizes he has no more Spanish. I'm not helping him out. So we just have to keep walking in silence. He was vexed at me, of course. I basically just pretended that I didn't remember any Spanish, and that was the end of that. Or so I thought, because we went into the town center another day, and lo and behold, who's in the town center? This girl and like 2-3 of her friends, right? And when I say they came prepared, we weren't ready, because one of these girls, out of her back pocket, pulled a full unfolded A4 piece of paper out of her back pocket. A full A4 piece of paper out of a pocket this big. She just goes and pulls it out, and on this piece of paper is a list of horrible Google translations, because obviously back then Google wasn't exactly the best. It still isn't the best for translating languages, but back then it was worse. So these translations were horrible. It was like, you give me your hat, you think I'm pretty, question mark. Like, it was just all, the grammar was all kinds of whack. Like, I caught a glimpse of the sheet, and the English on this sheet was so bad, I almost caught a stroke reading it. Like, I was not prepared. I was really not prepared to see what was on that piece of paper. So I'm like, why are these girls so ready? But at that moment, another one of my friends rocks up and he's like, right girls, whose number am I getting? And they all look at him just, and then they look back and continue talking to us. And we just look over at him like, and then we go back to the conversation. I don't really know what happened to him, but he kind of just like faded into the background and didn't say anything else. So that was peak for that guy. That was the last we saw of him, basically. But yeah, so we're there with these girls, and I'm not really chatting because I got shy as hell. because I used to get shy easily back then. So I got shy as hell. I wasn't saying anything even though I knew the most Spanish. And the fact that they came so ready and they were so prepared, right, did not put me at ease anymore. So I was just there like, I'm shy and I'm a bit scared for my life at the moment, because why did they come so prepared? How did they know we were gonna be here? That was my question. I've never figured this out to this day. Like, that is still a mystery of my life. That is still actually a mystery of my life. How did they know we were gonna be there? I really let down the crew that day. My performance was so subpar. The only time I said anything was when I was like, tenemos que ir, which means we have to go. That was the only time I said anything, right? And I was just like, AREN, you messed up. You messed up so bad. You failed. You have failed. Like, it's over for you. It's over. Never again. Like, but yeah, later on in that day we went bowling and I was killing it. Like, it was like strike after strike after strike. Like,
in New York, I merely rock, hiding in my socks, running from a up, and I shoot that up.
I must have got like 7 strikes in a row or something, like. So I look to my left and it's quite dark outside. There were 2 bushes. There was one bush here, one bush there, and I just see a shadow go zoom. And I flipped. Like, I didn't know. Oh my god, I didn't know what to do. Usually in movies, that's where people die. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to fight for my life. What's the closest weapon I can grab? But then I look closer and I see some like dark brown hair and I'm like, these girls have followed us to the bowling ring. Like, we've been stalked. Guys, we have been stalked. What the hell? They're crazy. They're crazy. You guys, I'm not even gonna lie. I was blaming it on the other guys. I was like, you talk to them. You talk to them. You talk to them. You brought this here. It wasn't me. I said one thing. This is your problem. You sort it out. But obviously we don't know what to do. We were like 14 at the time. I've never personally been stalked in my life. I don't know about the other guys. So I snitched. Like, I went straight to the teacher. Like, I did not hesitate. I was like, Miss, we're being stalked. They're over there behind the bushes. There's 3 of them. One of them is named Crystal. I don't know her date of birth, but she's right there. Go get her. I don't know what my teacher said because I was watching through a glass window, but it looks like to me she was cussing the hell out of these girls. Like, I felt so bad. I was like, sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen. But to be honest, I'm not sorry, because the way that one girl whipped the A4 piece of paper out of her pocket without any folds in it, right? She had to be a magician. She probably would have made my life disappear. I did what I did because I thought my life was in danger, and I don't regret it, because I don't know how that situation would have turned out if I had to throw hands, right? I could catch a case, I could catch a coffin, and I was not risking the coffin, so I did what I had to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying making storytime videos. I've made a couple, so they're on the way literally, and they're really good. Like, I've got a lot of stories that I like telling people, so I'm just gonna put a lot of these stories on my YouTube, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep commenting. I appreciate you guys. See you later.